Hello and welcome back to the Indian PokeTube, and this time we are trying a super fun and spicy team in the Weather Cup for the Ultra League. We are running Weavile on the lead because this is the best anti-Jellicent mon, and the backline is weak to water, so it's kind of ABB to water, specifically in Jellicent. So in the first match we pick up a lead against Swampert, which is not good for the team because Swampert does beat Weavile and it definitely beats the backline as well. But I'm going to stay in here, go for the avalanche, and Weavile hits like a truck. Boom, it does massive damage. If we had a shadow Weavile, we could have, I think, just landed the avalanche and shielded and farmed down. But since it's a non-shadow one, I'm going to let this go and choose to farm down with the Blaziken. I will have to go for shield here. Again, if I had Shadow Blaziken, it would be better in this case. But if he has a water type in the back, it's bad. He has switch, he has shield advantage, both. We have energy advantage. So let's see what he brings. He brings in Tapu Fini and I'm going straight for the Brave Bird. This is my only win condition if he lets it go. And he does let it go. So now we have a hope and a prayer because now we have put him into range for a Fire Punch. And in comes the Talonflame, which has nowhere to go against the Regirock. And boom, take out the guy. And now we have a chance. I don't know why he switched out to the Talonflame, honestly. I mean, he could have just stayed in against my Regirock and aligned the Talonflame on the Blaziken, but I guess he kind of shocked. He just reacted out of shock and he made a big misplay there. So big misplay by the opponent, and he also allows me to reach the Stone Edge. I think I outpace him actually. So I'm going to go for that, bring in the Blaziken, and now I have a chance because I have to shield this move and hope that I can outpace to my Blaze Kick. So that's what I'm going to do. Come on, Blaziken, you can do this. I reach the Blaze Kick and this is going to KO the Tapu Fini, and we're able to win a game where we had pretty bad alignment throughout and he had two water types on the team. I would not recommend this team. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a good team, but it's definitely a fun team, and especially seeing Weavile do so well against so many Jellicents. I faced 3 to 4 Jellicents every set, and these matches are on Harsh's account, which is why you'll see that the matches are around 2150, 2200 ELO, but they're going to be a lot of fun, guys. Anyway, in the next match we pick up a lead against Alolan Sandslash, and everything the Alolan Sandslash throws is resisted, like the Shadow Claw and the Ice Punch, and even though the Bulldoze is not resisted, it really doesn't hit that hard. And here the opponent overfarms too much and allows me to reach another foul play, even the CMP, so opponent miscounting there, and we're able to get shield advantage. I'm going to tank the Bulldoze because it honestly does not do a lot, and let's see what he chooses to do. He brings in an Empoleon, and that's not looking good because Empoleon is really bad for the backline. I'm going to shield the Hydro Cannon, and I'm expecting the opponent to shield, obviously, because he has seen how good his Empoleon is, right? I brought in a Regirock to it, so I was expecting a shield, but the opponent just calls it. What a mad lad. And that's not looking great because, I mean, Focus Blast would have one-shot him, but anyway, we have to let this go and farm down with Blaziken. Not looking good at all. So I'm going to let that go, wait out the whole switch clock so that I can catch at some point with on my Weavile. And he brings in the Alolan Sandslash. I can just farm him down. Opponent didn't know what we have in the back. And he brings in Swampert. I'm going to CMP him with the Blaze Kick. I really need him to shield this. I do get the shield. Now I can shield back, and he's going to reach the second Hydro Cannon on 4 mud shots. So I have to catch to win the match. That's the only way I can win. 3, 4 and catch, and I'm able to get that catch off, and now I can overfarm by 5 counters because Blaziken always wins CMP over the Swampert. So I can easily go for 5, but I choose to go for 4, just playing it safe in case he snuck one in here or there, and we can easily live a waterfall, reach the Blaze Kick, and be able to win the game. So that was a crazy game again. I mean, we didn't have good alignments, we didn't have good matchups except for the lead matchup. It was pretty bad throughout, but we were still able to get the win. But again, like I said, I'm not recommending the team, guys. I'm just recommending Weavile because Weavile is actually kind of good against Alolan Sandslash. Then there's like Jellicent, and there's also a few other mons you'll see Weavile put in work against, like for example the Abomasnow. He has to land an energy ball to do any meaningful like damage, and Weather Ball is resisted, so I'm just going to stay in here, and he catches the avalanche on the Empoleon, which is absolutely heartbreaking for us because Empoleon is too good against our team, especially that he caught the avalanche. It's looking really bad, and I honestly don't know if I can win this. I'm going to go for the fall play, and he lets it go. So at this point, I think I can let it go and farm down with my Blaziken. I mean, even if I shielded, he could have shielded back and farmed down. So no point in going down a shield right there. So I'm going to bring in the Blaziken, farm him down. And against the Shadow Abomasnow, even my Regirock can put in some work. Let's see what he chooses to bring in here. He has switch advantage, and he brings in a Kingdra. I'm going to go for a bait because he has 2 shields. I'm expecting him to shield, especially because Abomasnow is weak to Blaziken. I get the shield. That's a massive shield right there. And he's going to go for the Octazooka. I'm hoping he does not get the debuff. Please don't get the debuff. Please don't get the debuff. But he does get the debuff. This is horrible. Now the only way I can win this is if somehow I can come in with the Blaziken, farm down the Abomasnow, bait with the Blaze Kick on the Kingdra, get the shield and Brave Bird. That's the only way I can win, so that's how I'm going to play this. So I'm going to go for an undercharge and let him take out the Regirock and just farm down the Blaziken and hope that I can reach a Blaze Kick and a Brave Bird. But as you'll see, my health is so low that the Kingdra will just Dragon Breath farm me down all the way. There's nothing I can do, but I'm just going to try it. I was thinking of top lefting, but I thought let's go for the Brave Bird. Maybe he doesn't shield it for some reason, thinking it's a Blaze Kick, and boom! I don't know why the opponent just did that, but he threw the game and we take that win. If he just shielded that move, it was so safe to shield at that point. I don't know why the opponent did shield and we go 3-0 so far in the set. That was insane. That was absolutely insane, and it's a lesson to many people out there that don't give up, just try. You never know. Your opponent may call it, may think you're short of the move. I don't know, something crazy can happen, or maybe he just clicks on the no shield button below the shield. Something can happen, so don't give up even if you have 0%, I mean almost 0. So now we have brought in Lycanroc instead, and you're going to see Lycanroc is just a spice pick. I'm going to go straight for the Avalanche because I reached there one turn before he reaches the Blast Burn. He lets it go, and I'm going to try to catch a Blast Burn on the Lycanroc. I'm using Lycanroc instead of the guy, the Regirock, as a safe switch. The Blast Burn does 50% damage, and he brings in the guy, the Abomasnow, which is pretty good because I can go for the Psychic Fangs, and I think if I shield this, I can get a shield back as well. So I'm going to shield this, overfarm just when he reaches a move, and go for Psychic Fangs on the CMP. So either I get shield or switch advantage. I'm okay with either, and I do end up getting switch, and Charizard is super low. In comes the Swampert. Now that's not looking great. Swampert can technically beat all 3 of my mons, so I have to play this super perfectly if I want to win this. I'm going to bring in the Weavile, force him to throw a move, but he allows me to reach an Avalanche, which is great. I mean, I would have survived one Hydro Cannon, I think, from this point. So if he's smart, he goes for the Earthquake because one Hydro will not KO, and he does go for the Earthquake. So great play by the opponent. And now my win con is to catch a move on the Lycanroc. So I'm waiting out the switch clock, super important. Brings in the Charizard, and I farm down the Charizard before he can make a Blast Burn. In comes the Swampert, and I have to catch to win the match because he is going to get to 2 Hydro Cannons. I'm hoping after throwing these moves, the switch clocks come up, and you can see the switch clocks are up. I'm going to shield this. He's at the back-to-back Hydro Cannons, so I'm going to switch instantly to the guy, and I'm able to make the catch, and that catch is going to seal the match because now I can outpace him to a Blaze Kick, and that's going to be a great game. Opponent sees the writing on the wall, and he's just going to concede the match, just like Home Slice Henry says. And again, not a great team, not good matchups throughout the match, but we're able to win that with a lot of jumping around, and Blaziken basically sweeps most teams. Blaziken is that good. If you can get the Jellicent out, if you can get the bulky water type away from the Blaziken is the best mon on this team for sure. I'm hoping the final match is going to be a Jellicent because I spoke so much about it, but I wasn't able to show you guys. But this is not, it's a Gyarados, so I'm going to stay in here, go straight for the Avalanche, I think. Yep, go for the Avalanche. It's a CMP tie to the Aqua Tail. Avalanche does a lot of damage. Does a lot of damage to anything. So I'm going to no shield this, I think. Yep, I'm going to no shield this, bring in the Lycanroc and get ahead on energy. Opponent brings in a Slowbro, so that's not looking good, but it's an ABB team, so Blaziken can stay away from the Slowbro. I'm going to go for Crunch, which does massive damage, and if the opponent is not keeping track, I can just bait with the Psychic Fangs, and I'm hoping I can snarl him down after that. So I'm going to stay in here and go for a bait. I'm going to go for Psychic Fangs bait because I have built up to the Crunch, and he might respect this. Yes, he does, and now I can reach another one if he does not throw on time, so he does have to throw. Now Confusions are double resisted on the Weavile, so I'm hoping that I can farm down with Weavile. Let's see. Yes, I can. I'm going to blind throw the Avalanche because it's a way better move. Oh no, I go for the foul play. I think it was a Walrein that came in. Oh, it's an Alolan Ninetale. So that's fine. Both the moves are resisted, but Avalanche is the better move to go for. I'm going to go straight for the Blaze Kick. I was scared that he might make a catch, and now the whole match is going to come down to calling a shield. So is this going to be the Dazzling? I'm going to shield last second, hoping it's not a bait, and I get the shield call right. Now I can farm down the Gyarados. I have the loaded Blaze Kick, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Thank you guys for watching the video. Do like and subscribe.